Creating a physical camera, the physical camera rollout. If I go and pick on a physical camera and I have my modify tab selected, I get all my rollouts. We're going to take a look at the physical camera area. Here I have the sensor, and here the sensor is a type of sensor. We have a 35mm full frame. I could get it to make it look like any particular camera manufacturer if I like. So I can pick on those manufacturers. I also get the millimeters in width. My focal length, I have a set focal length, and I can also set my field of view. I can zoom, as if I'm doing a 2x zoom, meaning twice as strong. And I can set my aperture, and my aperture affects my exposure. And so think of it as the size of the window shade that you have, or shutters you have on your window. The larger the window shade you have, or the smaller you have. So you can set your f-stops. I kind of recommend going up larger if you want them crisp, and if you want them kind of to control your depth of field, you want them a lower number. The focus, you're using the target distance. Whatever that target distance is over here, we're going to use that, or you could customize the focus. So you're not really focusing on the target in that case. You're going to set that focus to whatever you want it to be. You can enable depth of field. So the depth of field is dependent on those three items there, and so that a depth of field makes it looks like you're isolating an object, so the things in front are clear and things far away are blurry. The shutter, typically in computer graphics, we go with frames. In photography, we'd go with seconds, 1/1000th of a second. So we're going to go with frames. The duration is how long does the shutter stay open. So it's a half a frame. Well, if we're at 15 frames per second, that's 1/15th of a second. If we're at half of that, so we're actually at a 30th of a second. And so we can also enable motion blur to generate some motion blur if you want. So if you want things to be a blurry rendering, you could do that. It makes it look like the camera's moving. So these are the physical camera properties. So they're much like taking a photo with your digital camera and setting it up with your SLR camera. So you basically control the lens, the focus, and the shutter in this area.